Adam, a man of many names.
Adam!
That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Ocelot!
Identify yourself.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver Ocelot.
No, not that name. You're not a snake, and I'm not an ocelot. We're men with names. My name is Adamska. What's yours?
A master of intelligence gathering and interrogations, he left no traces whilst acquiring the most valuable assets.
I've been sent to meet you, Mr. Director.
And who are you?
My name is Adam. Remember me now? At last, we meet in person.
Adam, the triple spy for the philosophers. So you're Ocelot.
Okay, B-Zero. Sahelanthropus is beyond the Soviet base camp, in a lab built by the Soviet philosophers.
His mastery of CQC, close quarters combat, the deadliest form of mixed martial arts in the world, came unnaturally quick. Within days of training, he was giving Big Boss himself one hell of a fight. Which, considering Big Boss is the best in CQC, and his predecessor before him, the one and only The Boss, the mother of Special Forces in the series, who's proven to be a pivotal figure, and the clear demonstrator of the best CQC fighter we've ever seen. Later, Ocelot would demonstrate his might against Solid Snake, the greatest soldier who had ever lived, and perfected nearly every warcraft you could think of, including CQC. Though some argue Ocelot deliberately let Snake gain the upper hand at the end of the game, all part of his deeper loyalties and true objectives.
Nice try. But when it comes to CQC, I've got the upper hand. Look. The war is over. Why? You could have stopped us. I stopped you. Why would I want to do that? This is just as I'd hoped things would end.
Even at a young age, he commanded the devoted Ocelot unit, soldiers drawn to his irresistible charm and charisma.
It doesn't feel right to shoot an unarmed man. But I'll get over it.
He was the living embodiment of a spaghetti western hero, mastering unconventional weapons like the single-action army Colt revolver with his unmatched style.
One of these 3 guns has a single bullet in it. I'm going to pull the trigger 6 times in a row. Are you ready?
This is the greatest handgun ever made. The Colt Single Action Army. 6 bullets, more than enough to kill anything that moves. Now I'll show you why they call me Revolver.
His unpredictability became his trademark. He had you figured out long before you guessed his next move.
Have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Kurlukovich.
Are you still in league with Solidas?
A triple-crossing spy with seemingly no allegiance, save for what truly mattered to him.
What if she's a spy? What if I'm a spy?
Big Boss, a soldier he deeply respected, a friend, a brother he was forever loyal to, who understood his talents.
Until we meet again, John.
We'll meet again.
Right.
His intelligence knew no bounds, ultimately outsmarting even the Patriots at their own game of information control as they sought to enslave humanity. He was the man you wanted on your side, yet his principles ran deeper than mere loyalty.
Do you hear me? I said shoot him!
Sorry, Colonel. I'm afraid I can't do that.
What do you mean you can't?
I made a promise to the boss.
Not only did he fool everyone in the series, he fooled us too. A man of many names, but was he ever truly under Liquid Snake's control? Or did he deceive us all? Perhaps the answers lie within the details.
Ouch! Get out of my mind, Liquid!
The MGS community has long debated the true nature of Liquid's control over Ocelot following the tanker incident. After losing his arm to Grey Fox, Ocelot received a transplant of Liquid Snake's arm, supposedly following Liquid to somehow live on through his appendage, which seems impossible, right?
It's happening again? This damn right arm! Liquid! It's almost as if it's having its revenge! How much do you think we spent on that arm in Lyon? The best transplant surgery team in the world. I never trust a Frenchman.
So yeah, it's not exactly possible, is it, to put someone else's arm on and adopt their entire personality.
But I live on through this arm! Liquid's arm.
But the idea of personality transfer through a limb transplant seems impossible. Kojima's inclusion of Dr. Canavero in MGS5 hinted at deeper scientific possibilities. You know, Dr. Sergio Canavero, the Italian neurosurgeon who appears as Venom Snake's doctor.
Your face has healed nicely. To tell you the truth, these bandages were more for your protection. This is you, as you've lived until this day.
Try to calm down! Calm down! Please! Calm down! It's gonna be okay!
So the concept is to remove someone else's head and stick it onto another body that is more functional, or the idea of a brain transplant into a new body. Whilst the technology may not be there yet, it does seem like that would have been a better explanation for how Liquid was controlling Ocelot. But then it wouldn't make sense how we would be able to switch back to Ocelot, so therefore the whole concept in itself just doesn't work, I suppose.
I've been inside this arm all along, waiting for the right time to awaken.
See, now that's some bullshit.
You were inside Ocelot?
Yes, a sleeper in the arm of a Patriot spy.
It was you 2 years ago?
Exactly. I was controlling him.
As we know, at some point, Ocelot eventually replaces Liquid's arm with a prosthetic one. We're still led to believe though in MGS4, Liquid maintains control, despite his distinctive British accent and personality seemingly appearing at convenient times, especially when Solid Snake appears. Apart from MGS4 where it seems to just completely disappear.
Brother! It's been too long. Liquid.
This leads to another possibility though, given the supernatural elements established in Metal Gear Solid 3.
I am the Sorrow. Like you, I too am filled with sadness. This world is one of sadness.
The existence of the Sorrow, Ocelot's father, confirms that a spiritual realm exists within the Metal Gear universe, and this might suggest Liquid's spirit that could be possessing Ocelot. However, this theory kind of falls apart when we realise that nowhere in the series do we see spiritual possession as a mechanism of control. The series instead relies on more technical means like nanomachines and parasites.
Nanomachines, son.
Things that are theoretically and scientifically possible. But hold on. We can't completely dismiss supernatural possession in the Metal Gear universe, thanks to Psycho Mantis. Throughout the series, he demonstrates not just mind-reading abilities, but also the power to possess others, as seen with Meryl in MGS1, and perhaps later through Screaming Mantis in MGS4. The supernatural element reaches its peak during that final confrontation in Outer Heaven. After defeating Screaming Mantis, Psycho Mantis' spirit materializes, attempting to showcase his psychic prowess one last time, only to fail spectacularly 9 years after his original defeat. As his spirit dissipates and as he fails to try control us, Screaming Mantis' armor scatters everywhere. Snake hears a mysterious voice: "The spirit of the warrior will always be with you." Looking up, he sees Sorrow's ghost smiling down from the upper balcony.
The spirit of the warrior will always be with you.
So while spiritual possession exists within Metal Gear's universe through Psycho Mantis, there's never any clear indication that Liquid Snake possessed similar abilities. Even in death, Liquid was never shown to have any psychic or supernatural powers, and even in death we didn't actually see any appearances of him. This further supports the theory that Ocelot's transformation into Liquid Ocelot was definitely an elaborate deception rather than actual possession. So the truth is far simpler yet more brilliant. Liquid never controlled Ocelot at all. The fact that anyone believed an arm transplant could transfer consciousness shows how thoroughly Ocelot played everyone like a fiddle. What we're actually seeing is self-hypnosis and masterful acting, something well within Ocelot's established skill set.
Where's the lie in that? Self-hypnosis. It's nothing new in my line of work, manipulating memories, the past. But that's not all. When the time is right, I need to remember that you're the real boss. In a world, it's double-think.
Having spent considerable time around Liquid during MGS1, Ocelot had ample opportunity to study his mannerisms, gestures, and speech patterns. Liquid's characteristics aren't exactly subtle. The dramatic gestures, the fist clenching, and the theatrical personality.
And now I'll have my revenge! You should understand me, brother. You killed our father with your own hands! You stole my chance for revenge!
Do you see this, Cyril? We are victorious! Behold, Garden of the Pixels! Liquid!
Some might point to Cam Clark's voicing both Liquid and Liquid Ocelot as evidence of genuine possession. However, this is simply a casting choice, similar to David Hayter playing both Solid Snake and Big Boss, or Kiefer Sutherland voicing both Venom Snake and Big Boss. Also, a master of psychological warfare could have easily perfected the British accent through practice. After all, countless actors master foreign accents for roles.
But before I go, I have a family matter to settle with both of you. There's room for only one Snake and one Big Boss.
By MGS4, Ocelot lightly dropped the accent because the deception had served its purpose. His mannerisms alone were enough to maintain the illusion. The ultimate irony? The Master of Deception fooled not just the characters, but many of the players as well. The most compelling evidence that Liquid never truly controlled Ocelot comes straight from Big Boss himself. At the end of MGS4 in his final conversation with Solid Snake, Big Boss reveals that Liquid's possession of Ocelot was an elaborate deception, a calculated plan to lower the Patriot's guard. Through a combination of self-hypnosis, psychotherapy, drugs, and nanomachines, Ocelot willingly transplanted Liquid's personality onto himself. This masterful ruse, a deeper purpose. By becoming Liquid Ocelot, he exploited the Patriots' own arrogance. They already defeated Liquid Snake during Shadow Moses, so they assumed this apparent resurrection posed minimal threat. The Patriots fell into the trap of repetition, responding with the same playbook, even sending Solid Snake after him just as they had before. This underestimation of Ocelot proved their undoing.
And Ocelot, in order to fool the system, used nanomachines and psychotherapy to transplant Liquid's personality onto his own. He used hypnotic suggestion to turn himself into Liquid's mental doppelganger. For all our advances in nanotechnology, information and genetic control, they've never managed to control people at will, let alone turn one person totally into another.
And there we have it, the evidence is clear. Liquid never controlled Ocelot. Instead, we witness one of the greatest deceptions in gaming history, orchestrated by the master of manipulation himself. From the transplanted arm to the perfect British accent, every detail was meticulously planned to fool both the Patriots and us, the audience. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this Metal Gear deep dive, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications. And drop a like if this helped clear up the mystery of Liquid Ocelot. And let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. I'm the Voice Box, and until we meet again.
I am Liquid's doppelganger, and you are his. Just like your father. You're pretty good.
You're pretty good.